everyone. Hope you're well out there. Now then, the smooth and chill guitar solo to Something by George Harrison and the Beatles, one of the most recognizable and famous guitar solos of all time. And with it being one of the most famous guitar solos of all time, simply means that there are already a hell of a lot of tutorials out there already for this great solo. So, with that said, what angle can I come at this solo with to set mine apart just a wee bit? Not theory. That's been done over and over again by guitarists a hell of a lot more knowledgeable with regards to theory than I am. Suffice to say, the solo is in C major, using the C major pentatonic scale, though by following the chord changes underneath what he's soloing over, George does grab a few outside-the-box notes on a couple of occasions, in addition to some chromatics here and there. And that's the theory of this one in a very, very brief nutshell. Now, the thing that struck me the most about this solo when I first learned it, other than its melodic perfection, is the number of subtle nuances, like slides and pre-bends that it has. And those are what gives this solo the majority of its flavor, in my opinion. And that is going to be my angle, concentrating on and nailing perfectly all of those slides, bends, and pre-bends. My other angle with this one, I'm going for complete note-for-note accuracy, because a couple of the tutorials that I've watched have not always been completely accurate, at least to this ear. So then, if you liked what you heard in my performance at the beginning of this video and you think it sounded pretty close to the original, stick around, get your pre-bend fingers ready to go, and let's dig into how to play the solo to Something by George Harrison and the Beatles. But first, let's close in a little bit on the fretboard. Good then, the solo to Something by George Harrison and the Beatles, of course. Now, we are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and like I said, we are working in the C major. We're using pretty much 90% of the time the C major pentatonic scale, though, like I said, we do grab a couple of outside-the-box notes as he is following along with the chords that he is soloing over. But we're working in this little box right here for most of the solo. 7-9, 8-10, 8-10, that little box. You may recognize that little box as being kind of like the little extension box of the A minor pentatonic. Right there, right? A minor pentatonic, C major pentatonic, exact same notes. So you can think of this as like the A minor pentatonic, but we are soloing in C major because they're all the same notes: A minor pentatonic, C major pentatonic. And so it starts right there, hammering on 7 and 9 of the G, grabbing the 8 of the B, and then back to 9 of the G. Nice easy start. Now we're going to back our ring finger up to the 7 of the G and slide it back into 9. Grab the 8 of the B string for a double full step bend, and then drop back onto the 9 of the G. First one's a hammer on, second one's a slide. Right? One more time. Now a slide. Then the double bend. Now we're going to back up to the 7 again, slide it back into 9. And then down to the 8 of the B, hammer on to 10, back off to 8. And then we're into this. Now this note he's going to slide into here is not in the C major pentatonic, that note right there. It's a very brief note, it's very much a passing note, though it is in the underlying chords that he's soloing over. So you're going to quick slide into 11, and then a double hit at 8 of the high E. Right? Now we're getting into the pre-bends. right there. It's a double pre-bend. You're going to pre-bend this 8 and then release it, and then pre-bend the 10 and release it, back off to 8 and finish on the 10 of the B. So that's probably the hardest part of this entire solo, is nailing these two pre-bends, one right after the other. Right? So up to that point, hammer on, now a slide, double bend, another slide, good, and then we're into this. So we're going to slide into the 10th fret of the B string and then grab a double hit at the 8 of the high E and slide out of it. Going to do the exact same thing, but now on the 9, 8 of the G and the B. And then when you slide out of that 8 of the B, you're going to slide right into the 2nd fret of the G string. And then we're into this. So we're going to go 4 off to 2 of the G, slide that into 7, and then roll down and grab a double hit at the 7 of the B string. And now we're into more pre-bends. 3 of them. We're going to jump down here to the 10th fret of the B string and do 3 pre-bend releases before releasing it off to 8. Kind of like that. And now this is probably the oddest part of the solo, but it works really well. It's all kinds of outside the box notes here. Right there. So we're going to kind of rake down the from the 8 of the B down to the 9 of the high E, and then you're going to go 9, 8, 6. Slide into the 12 of the high E, and then chromatically go back 12, 11, 10. Right? I'm not sure if he's doing a rake or if he's actually hitting that note. He might just be hitting the note. And then sliding into that 12 and then going 12, 11, 10. Though it's pretty quick, it might be a rake. So let's get ourselves up to that point. Slide. Double bend. Another slide. Now we're going to jump back here to the 7th fret of the G string into another pre-bend. So you're going to do 3 here, 3 releases, or 3 little pumps, starting with the note pre-bent. And then the 3rd one you're going to pull off to the 5. Kind of like that, starting pre-bent. So you're going to go back up 3 times. Now you're going to do the exact same thing, but you're going to do it 4 times. So from the beginning, and then you're going to do it one more time, 2 times. And then you're going to slide 7 into 9 and grab the 8 of the B. So, where are we? Okay, that's coming off this little chromatic, right? jump down to the 10th fret of the high E string, give it a full step bend, release it back to the natural note, and then off to 8, and then back onto 10, back off to 8, and then drop onto the 10 of the B. So from the little chromatic. Now, we've just ended up on that 10th fret of the B string with our ring finger. We're going to shift our index finger onto that note. And then hit it again. So a quick little shift there. See that? Quick little shift. And then we're going to drop our ring finger onto the 12 for another pre-bend. And then I think that's a half step. It's a half step pre-bend at the 12, release it off to 10, and then just chromatically go 11, 12, 13. And then end the solo on the 13th of the B string. So from the little chromatic, that little section there. And there you have it. That's how you play that solo. Let's run through it from the beginning, and then we'll be done. And that is how you play the solo to Something by George Harrison and the Beatles. I certainly hope you found that accurate and helpful. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button and drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully nice. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload something new. Awfully nice as well. And hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.